not starting now?
Well, it's kind of like flip a coin on this thing. Every time I get in the middle of a very delicate position, it says, I don't want to work. It's Sunday.
So what are we trying to do here, by the way?
We are installing the shaft, finally. And
right now?
Right now.
What do we have to do?
Slide this big long thing in that little hole.
We're pretty good with this,
so I'll leave you to it.
Mixed Russian dentist and American engineer with 30 years age difference who throw it all away for ocean exploration.
Sell everything, fix steel boat, and sail away.
Time for big guns.
This is definitely the nastiest job I've ever been doing.
Never too late to see the world through our channel. Subscribe and share the adventure.
Hey, good morning, Dawn Hunters.
Good morning.
Episode 97 and still learning. Good morning, Dawn Hunters. I'm Captain William.
Good morning, I'm Dr. Yana.
We're on the top of the boat and you're gonna love this episode because there's so many things going on. I forget what we did.
It's all over the place. See you on Saturday, 8 p.m. This Saturday, come and check us out live. This really looks worn down. I thought that's why we had to replace the trawler shaft last time when we were out of the water.
I learned something is that by using the dripless seal, this is where the packing was, so it was not packed properly and it wore the shaft down a little bit. But I learned that with the dripless seal system, it doesn't use this over here. It uses this, which is like brand new. Provided the shaft is okay, we're not using the packing area anymore. We're using an area of the shaft that is virgin. So the seal now is in a brand new shaft position, saving about $7 grand. If you were using packing, it had to be replaced. Want to try sliding it in? No, leg in it. So feel it? Oh, yeah. And you can see it there in the end. If you have it, you pick it up and go in. Otherwise, watch your head.
Hey, go away! Come on! The best feeling in my life. Why didn't I was born a man?
Well, even born a man,
I'm
you
really
wouldn't.
jealous of you right now.
Bad news for you. Even if you were born a man, you wouldn't have a shaft like that. That shaft only weighs 227 pounds. It's totally encased in grease. So what happens is that there's a grease pump that supplies grease to the tube throughout the whole length. Then there's a shaft seal in the very back. So the salt water that does enter in through the back shaft seal is prohibited from going anywhere by the grease inside the tube. It's what's used on commercial vessels. Provided you keep the tube properly greased, we don't have shaft corrosion issues that you would have where you have a packing and a cutlass bearing and some other things. So it's a fully enclosed, I guess, horizontal cutlass bearing, if you think about it. Hopefully, in all of our excitement, I put the correct end in and we don't have to remove this beast.
It better be the right end.
Hey, Yana. Hey, Yana.
Yes?
A call to go check out a boat that's 2 marinas down, but we can't access it except in the water. I've got the dinghy and the electric motor. You want to come along with us?
Who is we? You and electric motor? You guys can't go without me. Just a minute. How about we test A-liter shoes that we were sent a month ago and they've been laying here forever. Matching shoes.
Who picked these things out?
I did.
They feel cool. They feel like a pair of socks.
Sorry to tell you, that's not how you test water shoes.
Best way to test water shoes is you in the water. We've been asked to test this motor in lithium, and I've spent about a month and a half with it and actually have gotten to love it. I mean, where else can you have a motor and the battery, 3 horsepower, and just drop it on the dinghy and be ready to go? I don't even have to worry about a gas can. Your chariot has arrived. Please bring the horsies.
Our tube is leaking air. So you can see I'm here on the bad one, naturally. We're
Wow.
taking water.
I don't know if our tube's leaking or that's just all that holiday food you've been eating. Good thing about an inflatable dinghy is even if one is going flat, we still have the front tube, the other tube, and the bottom floor is all inflatable, so we're not gonna sink. So freaking easy. I sat in the dinghy, you threw the motor on, you threw me the battery, and here we are. It's been a month since we've gotten this motor for testing. We have put it through a real test. We've had it on 4 different dinghies. We've had it out for 4 hours straight, still had 2 hours left. I don't even want to look at our old dinghy because we throw the motor on, we put the battery on the top, we're out in the water like in about 5 minutes.
I hate gas. I don't understand it as a lady.
I'm always pumping, filling, checking the fuel, the tank. So maybe this guy isn't
I
as
don't know how
fast
it works.
and
I
racing
don't know
to
why
the
it's always
dock.
broken. I don't need speed. I need something that I can put myself on the dinghy and basically just go somewhere, like get groceries.
We're gonna wake up and the wife is gonna be gone with the dinghy. She doesn't need me anymore to be doing all the other mess. We're gonna be losing flippers, fishing poles, maybe even wives. But it is the most reliable and easy thing. When we're done, I don't even have to flush it out. I just take it up, lay it on the dock, rinse it off, put it inside the boat.
Electric motors should be expanding in a female market. Woo! Wait, how go backwards?
Slowly. This guy has made me change my mind about a diesel get-home engine. Definitely I'm putting electrical, regenerative electrical as a get-home system. I've had enough of the gas, over with. The other thing is we are filming and
One hand.
we can hear each other. No.
Exactly! I forgot about that. Look, how people very easily get used to good things. A heaven for a videographer! Electric motor!
Rumor that you were going to be chipping.
I'm not gonna be chipping, mister. I have real tools.
Yeah. Well, you graduated to power tools?
My main mission for today is not to get hurt. What kind of sucks about grinding is the fact that everything you grind flies in a very big chunks at you, and it kind of hurts. All the water actually was sitting here, and they were putting fiberglass and body putty without sealing the metals. to the point. Oh wow, my hand is shaking. I don't know if you can feel the camera shaking because my hand is shaking off the grinder. That's funny. So now I have to go and inspect all the boat surfaces, like the flat ones, because that's what I'm working on, and see where the paint actually has bubbles. That means the water was sitting there under the paint and there's going to be a rust, and I'm gonna remove it. Honestly, it's much less complicated than it looks because when this tool starts to work, it's like, ooh, my God. Shit, that looks dangerous. I'm gonna hurt myself or something bad gonna happen. But actually, when you get in a groove, yeah, it actually works pretty nicely and it removes a lot of rust. So now let me show you what I've discovered. Another not very nice place that I found. The same thing happened here with the paint as it did on the outside of the boat. It still was not primed well, so now it chips very easy just with a knife, and that's why water again sits inside of the paint.
Yana, can you help me get the transmission up?
Maybe.
So, well, don't help me, help the winch. I don't know how to control this thing.
What I'm going to be doing?
Bring the winch down there. So in means it goes up, and then now it's going to go down. Switch it so it's going to go the other way fast. To the next.
Wow, it's so heavy. How are you moving it? I was like, I'm gonna push it.
No, you're not gonna push it.
Don't move it yourself. You crazy man.
Thank you for your muscle.
Are we gonna putting that inside?
No, for now I'm just getting it up here.
Okay.
I'll use the winch to put it inside later. Use the winch.
Brunch?
The winch.
Brinch?
Use the winch.
Brain and winch. Brinch.
So that's one heavy beast, right?
Yeah. So what actually happened with it? Did they rebuild it or you bought new? What happened?
I took the old one in to get it rebuilt. And when they pulled it all apart, he called me up and said, your discs and clutches and things are not in very good condition. It's been rebuilt twice before. Suggested that I get one that is totally redone, that was in good condition.
Like,
so,
like refurbished kind of thing?
Right. This is a very strong 72C transmission, but the lines for cooling it were very small, and the cooler was installed vertically instead of horizontal. So the transmission cooler wasn't really working right. So under heavy loads, it was burning the clutches. So I have a new transmission cooler, and now we have a brand new transmission.
So I've been grinding for about 2 hours at this point. I feel like I'm progressing pretty nicely. Well, I definitely have to get actual normal mask and work glass, because in some angles it's kind of fine, but when the wind blows a certain way or I stand the wrong way, then all the crap goes into my eyes and into my mouth.
Where's your good safety gear? What are you doing up here with just a foolish mask on?
We were not given a proper safety equipment.
You know, it's someday.
By our boss.
Lying is going to get you in trouble. Here's your grindstone, but you're not getting any more grinding stones. No, not until you get the right gear on.
This one has
an edge.
An edge, so now I can proceed to difficult locations.
You know that's fuel?
Yes.
You know that if you grind by fuel, we'll find you across the river?
You look way too comfortable.
These shoes are pretty cool. I'm normally not a fan of new shoes. My feet love being in my old ones because they fit immediately. Also, my feet aren't sweating. Maybe I can get away with not wearing socks.
I can feel the air in them.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
It feels like they're wet, but they're not. Why are your shoes the same size as mine? I'm worried.
I have the same size of clothes.
Well, that's why I'm worried. You have my jeans, my shirt. Soon I'm gonna look for my shoes. I'm gonna have 2 left ones because you're gonna have the 2 right ones. I know my wife.
I've discovered that all the windows on the pilot house are rotted around, and I've asked William and he said that I have to ground all around them because in some places I even found holes that would go down, and eventually for sure when the paint would crack they would leak. So I will have to go now all around the windows with maybe a little bit different disc, and then yeah, keep grinding. Alright, sun is setting and I'm done for today. Boat looks like a mess. Oh, complete disaster. All covered in paint, rust and grime. I'll go talk to William, maybe I can sweep it tomorrow because I want to continue tomorrow working, and so I hate cleaning 2 times. So maybe he'll allow me to get away with that. So long I was afraid of grinding, but in the end of the day, it was not that bad. It's actually pretty easy. Hello?
Hello?
Can I sweep tomorrow? The boat, the rust, all the grime.
You worked 20 minutes. You can take a break.
20 minutes? I worked for like 5 hours grinding. My hands are shaking. I'll join you. Don't break my leg.
All right, shaky hands. We finally got the air conditioning system ripped out from under the bed, which I hate when people put it under there. You're sleeping. We don't use it often, but we do. It sounds like we've got a tiger under us. So the whole thing's getting removed, and I'm going to put it in the bottom of the tool room where we don't sleep, and my tools won't mind the noise. So now we've opened up all this space for the stern thruster.
You know, if you would be working more and would be kind of getting more tired, in this case you wouldn't hear the noises.
Sounds like a personal issue to me.
So that's the air conditioning?
It was. We're going to everything with inverters, so this really doesn't function well for off-grid living. It's great for on the dock.
So we're going to buy a new one?
We haven't got to that stage yet. No, I think we're just going to open the windows and the portholes. We don't need air. That's for city folks.
City folks. Well, I need air conditioning.
Look up.
Very funny. Look up.